So if I'm going to properly preload, in order to maximize my season journey and level it the most efficiently and get done the fastest humanly possible way, because we can't do what we did the last time where we sit there in town and craft hearty meals, use A's off and all that stuff. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, transmog tokens. I forgot those are there. So in order to get to the end here, you could just sit there and do your card, hit all the cards over and over and over and over again and never even worry about some of this journey stuff. But there's a lot that you can be preloading, and actually a large chunk of the journey can be done before season 2 even drops. So like I said, we could sit here, you could find somewhere where you can kill things, get that overlap, you know, whatever tickles your fancy with like skinning things, salvaging things, crafting your 10 meals, because you can still do that one when it pops up on the vial. I don't think that's going to be the most efficient way, and I think it's going to be important to get as much of the journey done as humanly possible so that we can take advantage of these 4,500 season XP bonuses along with the really big XP challenges. With that being said, we're going to follow the model of preloading, and then what should I actually be doing when season 2 releases? And then what should I be doing in order to hit my stamps so that I can maximize my season pass leveling time? Here is what I'm going to recommend. So in terms of preloading, on every section, every chapter, we have collect a glyph. My logic, my intuition, my everything tells me if I were to go through and I would collect 1, 5, 10, 15, and then do the 26 and do everything, that as long as I have them done on live today, these will be retroactively completed, and I should not have to go and visit every single one again. If you do have to visit, discredit this entire method because it's going to mess some things up. Now, you could progress like a little bit without it, but it's going to be a little bit more of a pain, and these are going to be really nice ways to get it done. But I would say go around through Brimstone Sands to all the areas, and then if you go into your little journal in here, there's something for document. It's not popping up now because I'm on PTR, but you'll be able to see how many of the actual runes you have. So what do? You walk up to one of these. It's anything where you unseal the glyph and then you grab it. Boom. And now see, I have this journal with 26 of them. That's why I think this is going to be done right away. So that is the first thing, okay, that you can do to preload. The next thing is go through and do the entire Brimstone main story quest. You don't have to do any of the side quests. Just go through, finish the main story where you go and kill the scary person over here by stubble somewhere. And that's going to be something you'll do on the actual release day as another option for some quests. I think it's actually somewhere in there. I think it's up there. But you'll go through, do all the Brimstone main story. Boom. That's another thing you'll have completed that you can do on live right now if you haven't done it already. The next thing that you're going to need to do is 25 gypsum orbs. So you're going to stockpile actual regular gypsum, okay? Not the infused orbs with the infused fragments, like armor fragments. You need pure-blooded gypsum. So that's obsidian, emerald, all that stuff. And you can start prepping that now on live. You just don't actually make those orbs and hold enough gypsum in your pockets to make 25 orbs, okay? The next thing that we're going to need is we're going to have to do in total 35 town projects. So the way that we're going to get that done is I might as well go to town and show, well, I don't know if any of these will be running, but I might as well go up there and we'll see. But we'll need 35 town projects. You have one quest to do 10 of them and one quest to do 25 of them. As long as you grab these on live and you do not complete them, a lot of them will be like, hold this type of bait or hold this type of potion. Those will stay even if it cycles to new town projects because they do something else in town or they finish that objective. As long as you have that quest in your inventory or in your log and have the items necessary for it, you'll be able to complete it well after. So again, you can prep 35 different town projects very quickly. I would say prioritize the ones where you have to grab certain resources. The other thing is there is a quest to do 12 faction missions and a quest to do 25. So if you don't know what a faction mission is, go to your local faction representative and pick up whatever quests you can from them. You can only pick up 3 PvP and 3 regular. I would recommend not doing the PvP ones because those will go away if you die and do all that stuff and they're hard to prep. So in total, if we need 37 total faction missions done, we're going to have to go to pretty much every zone. We're going to have to go to at least 13 zones because 12 zones would only give us 36. And then hold them. Do not turn them in. So you'll have to go to all the zones. Even these ones have faction missions that can be done. So just keep that in mind. Here are the other things we're going to need to do to prep. The rest of this prep is going to be stuff that you technically do once Season 2 releases, but you can have ready. You just have to do the actual action once the release date hits. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is you're going to actually need 10 Scarabs, okay? You're going to have a quest where you need to craft an item with 1 Scarab that's in this first section with a golden Scarab, and you have one later on for 10 Scarabs, okay? And in total, that's going to be 3,500 XP. So that's a pretty solid amount. So pretty valuable to do. The other thing is you are going to need to craft 30 Runeglass gems. This one, a little bit of a money sink. If you don't want to do it, totally fine. I would just recommend maybe farming up gems that you know people use. You know, maybe you need some kind of fire mod, or maybe you want just any kind of opal with a dot damage on it because you know you can sell them back. Or maybe they're ones you're going to use, or maybe you just go for the most cost-effective ones. But regardless, there is a challenge to craft 30 Runeglass gems. And so it's your choice if you want to sink that money into it. But I think it is valuable because it's something you can get everything for and then probably make your money back once Season 2 drops. Maybe there's more players and more people willing to buy them. Next, we're going to get the song Call of the Ancients. I think this might be a baseline song. Oh, no. There you go. So Call of the Ancients, you can get any of the sheet music for it. Whatever there is a flute. Let's just go all the way into these just to show you your options, and I can talk about how you get them. So you have second Azoth flute, you have second Azoth flute, you have main Azoth flute. Now, how does this actually drop? It can be dropped by any ancient in the game. Odds are you probably have it already. Second flute, same deal. If you don't have this on live yet, go buy one of these sheets of music or both of these sheets, and then you can play it. The reason being, we have a challenge to get a 4-star completion on Call of the Ancients, which is going to be paired up with a different song at a later point that I'll talk about on other things we need to do on day 1 after all the prep. The very last prep step that you're going to need to go through and do is you're going to want to go over here, and you can do either of these. There is one somewhere over yonder. I don't truly remember, but this is the one that I think is going to be easiest. Just like last season, we're going to have a journey item to actually pick up an Easel. So if you log out next to this Easel, so that as soon as you log in for day 1, you pick it up and you're good to go. So the Easel, again, it's right there. You just go to this fast travel. You can go to any of these, go into here. It's outside. You don't have to go fight anything. You just climb up this, boom, and you have a safe spot to log out. And look at that. Maybe you can even pull a neat thing from your supply crate. Next thing we're going to have to do, this is all of our prep. Let's act like we just logged in. It's Season 2 drop day. We grab our Easel. Well, I didn't actually set a recall anywhere, but next we're going to want to go over to here. This is going to be our next priority spot. So thank you, the power of editing when I make this into a YouTube video. I'm going to die so I can death warp.
A few moments later.
So there's a cat that spawns right here called Heka of the Crossroads, all right? This is where your next piece of your journey is going to continue. Well, fun fact, we need to kill, how many? 10 Anubian Guardians, they're called, right? Well, these count as Anubian Guardians. So the day spawn for Heka, we're going to do this during the day. You're going to do this here. If you happen to do it, I think there's also another glyph you can grab somewhere up here. But if you need to kill Heka and it's nighttime and you just are bad at timing, they'll be up there, all right? So you can grab this glyph if you want, kill Heka. You should have to kill 10 Anubian Guardians. It is under the, let's see. Yep, so all those count as Anubian Guardians. So you'll get your kill 10, you'll kill Heka. If you haven't, and this is scuffed where it doesn't preload all of these glyphs, you'll get your one glyph here so that you can keep progressing at least. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find a nice little neat group, okay? And this is why that song becomes important. So you have a mission to kill, I think it's actually spelled Kepri, but I think everybody always just says Kefri. Maybe it's just me, but Kepri, big Beatle boy in here, okay? And while you wait for a respawn, which should be relatively quick on the launch day and people will be looking for it, you should play that song that I said you should grab before the season drops, that Call of the Ancient song, because you need a 4-star on it. You have a journey item that is play 5 songs while in a full music group, okay? And it is under, let me just take a peek, under the second section, play 5 songs on Expert with a full band. Now, I believe, and I could be wrong, but Call of the Ancients, because it says it only has like flute music sheets for it to learn it, I think as long as you have the 2 flutes in there, that would be a technical full group. Could be wrong. But regardless, play your songs here while you wait for this spawn. Once they're spawned, you boom, do it, do the things, kill the beetle, you're good to go. Okay? Then all you really have left in terms of season journey are doing the actual journey quests themselves. So go around, do the journey quests, and the last thing you need to do to cap it all off is once you eventually get somewhere in this general vicinity, maybe you even want to log off up here. I'll show it off in a second, but you need to kill the Goat King. So Stubbles is the last one, all right? And I'll just show off where he is. So pre-warning, this goat will knock you down and hit you very, very far. So you have to be a little bit careful. So technically, they think you have to go up that way. You can just do it over here. Just climb this. Hold on. If I can get my block. Shouldn't need a block jump here. Just climb here. We climb up there. Hold on. We climb to this. Parkour. Go to here. So you climb up. And the thing that sucks is there's a lot of pushy goats around here. You gotta be kind of careful. You can always use a unstuck if you happen to mess up. But the thing that's a little tough, and again, you're gonna have to go here at some point to get that glyph. But the thing that sucks is Stubbles will not respawn. Leo, please don't stand up so I can see the whole time. He will not respawn. Speedrun. Unless, or he won't spawn in general. Unless you step onto this platform here. So, we're going to go like this. He'll spawn. And what you should do is go right here. Climb onto this. Oh, we missed. Okay, at least aggro. Climb onto here. He won't actually retreat ever. Kill him here. All right, boom. That's your Stubbles kill. Okay? So Stubbles, GG easy. That's all good to go. You can unseal this glyph if you need it. And then now, that's all of your prep stuff and all you have to do for actual release day. Now it's your choice. All right? So you have to decide whether you want to stamp doing these methods, like killing enemies with magic. Maybe you want to do killing scorpions and sit out in the world so you can do craft tier 5 consumes and salvage tier 5 items and you find a spot where you can set up your camp. Great. Me personally, if you go back on the channel, I'm going to do OPR spamming because it's going to be easier to queue with cross-region queuing. And I'll do the gathering T5 resource nodes. We're going to do the salvage T5 items. And then we're also, if you look here, right before you leave your OPR, you're going to want to do participate in outpost rush. And they did remove the use 2 coatings one, unfortunately, which would have made this a lot easier. We're going to do gather T5 resource nodes. And the last one you'll be looking for, see if we can roll it here, is get killing blows on enemies in outpost rush, which count when you kill any PvE enemy. So they'll be rotating, re-rolling between those. They'll participate in outpost rush at the end. And now, stamps also give 300 per stamp, and then you get 400 to complete the card, which I believe is a buff. I could be wrong. But that is the entire method, and you're just going to pound that out until you level up your whole season pass. That's it. GG. Easy. Done.